Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being on my channel where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And I want to do a little bit of energy work today, right? So you get to consent, you get to watch it, you get to choose whether you do it or not. But if you'd like to just do some, I don't know, I just feel like we need a bit of a boost right now, right? So I put my hands on my body a lot because it takes our consciousness out of our head, out of we get fragmented basically energetically, right? Especially in our busy world where we're kind of being pushed and pulled by life. We're not always aware of what's kind of siphoning our energy. We're not always in our own energy. And actually, when you're in your own energy, you're very powerful, yeah? And if you want to manifest, it's very important to come into yourself, yeah? People talk about the power of now, and that's, I'm not talking about that particular book, but being present means that we're kind of not attached. We're not attached to the past, we're not attached to the future, we're very much in ourselves now. And it is very, very true that our point of creation, right? Our point of creation, meaning ability to change things, happens now, because what we do now affects now and in the future, right? We're actually manifesting, creating every day, and we're either recreating our past or we're going on a new trajectory in a new beginning, yeah? So just drop your awareness down into your body. Your body actually knows what to do. You haven't got to overthink things. Just drop it all the way down. And some of you may have pain in your body, right? Let it be there. Don't try and force or fix, or don't, just allow and be present with whatever you feel. Sometimes we're very scared, especially when we've been traumatized, to come into our bodies because it's uncomfortable and we don't trust the sensations. But when you actually are willing to self-partner, which is kind of just be aware of what's there rather than fight or push against it, we actually start healing faster. It's our resistance to where we are often that creates this kind of imbalance. So just allow everything to be there now. And go into your heart. And as you come into your heart, maybe you should, maybe we could do what's real for you. But just be aware of how your heart beats every day. For you, only for you, doing all sorts of things to pump blood around your body, and your heart has a whole intelligence beyond the mind. I teach my clients all the time about the heart mind, because your heart knows so much more about who you are, what you want, what you came to do, be and have, what you want to experience, what's true to you. And our hearts get hurt, right? And we're okay, it's okay. You know, we can actually get through when our hearts hurt. We just have to be willing to be true to our hearts. Allow ourselves to process it. We're not supposed to get over it all at once. We get to be on our journey, but it doesn't have to completely stop our evolution and growth, as long as we can be okay with walking with wherever we are, being present with whatever's going on, and still creating the future that we want, and still having a better life. So I want you to feel into your heart, feel into what heartbreak means to you, what pain, what suffering is there. You don't have to intellectually know, just be aware of it. And I want you to try and fill yourself up with your own energy. So just be aware of life force energy, that you actually have access to tap into divinity, life force energy, your spirituality. And it's an abundant supply. You haven't got to use your own energy all the time to fight through life. We can access what people call source, life force, beyond us, right? Using our intention, channeling through our hearts, what we want to experience and what we want to gift the world. So I want you just to connect to your heart and feel into what love means to you. You haven't got to think it, just feel it. Just be aware of it. Just let your body know what to do. And I want you to gift that love not depleting your energy. Just allow life force energy to work through you and give love to the world. If you can send, then you can imagine like people who are suffering, right? Just send them your love. People who feel unseen, people who suffer in silence, people who are carrying a lot of weight on their shoulders that don't want anyone to know. Maybe that's you. Just send love to the whole, to you, to them, to all of us, to the collective. And put your awareness into like growth, like how much we can grow. Anyone that's feeling stuck, yourself included, pour love on that now. Anyone that's feeling in chains, connect into your heart again. See where you're fighting that feeling in yourself. And just give freedom, just intend to give freedom to the world. Freedom to be where you are. Freedom to let go of what you thought that meant. Freedom of expression. Freedom to feel safe. Freedom to trust yourself. Freedom to not have to pretend to be somewhere you're not. Freedom to just be okay with the whole experience, whatever that is that you're having, knowing that it's in your highest intentions and outcomes, as long as we don't put over importance on where we are and see it as a block or somehow in the way of where we want to go, right? It's our resistance to things that keeps us stuck, not what's going on, right? And now I want you just to push out your aura. So your energy field is about 6 foot outside of you. And just like be very present with that, like fill that with love. And I wonder if you walk around the planet today and every time you see someone or come into an interaction, just be in your heart with that person. And feel all the things that you'd like to give to yourself and us. Freedom, validation, visibility. That it's okay to be where they are. And it doesn't mean anything about where they're going. See if you can just drop in and release the resistance in your body. Release the resistance to where you are in your human experience right now. What parts of the past can you just let go of? Sometimes it feels like everything's happening at once, right? But actually, it's like you can find peace in the storms. You can find peace in the struggle when we can just put our awareness on it and not fight it. And when you can hold that for everyone else, it's actually, we don't need to fix them either. We haven't got to push against them either. We haven't got to do anything but allow them to be themselves. And when you let everyone on the planet be themselves, then you're free to be yourself, right? It's totally okay to be where you are. You can hold all of it. And just come back into your body, because a big part of being around people is knowing when something feels off. So if you just like drop your awareness, put your hands on your body, drop your awareness into your body, right? When something feels off for you, you get to walk away. You haven't got to explain, you haven't got to validate. Your body knows what to do. Your body knows what's good for you, like it knows what is the good food for you and what's not. So I just want you to be aware of your body today as you walk around the planet. And when someone feels off, and you don't have to try and intellectualize it, you haven't got to overthink it. Just trust your body and let that tell you what to do. You get to say, I need to go now. You haven't got to make that person wrong. You've just got to be true to who you are and what your energy is telling you, so that you protect it, right? Not by being defensive, not by being superstitious, just by being aware, right? It doesn't feel good for me to be here right now. What do I get to do? Leave, right? This person just is draining me. You don't need to know why right now. Honor yourself. Lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.